all of you, who uses Venmo here? Okay, who uses Uber or Uber Eats? Yeah, I expected that answer. Well, mobile payment systems are very popular today, and we can see that their popularity has just been increasing. If we look at the mobile payment market from 2015 to 2019, we can just see that the market has been growing and growing and growing. From $450 billion to $1,080 billion, the global market has been growing. But how does it all start? Well, it started in 1994 with Stanford Federal Credit Union. This was the first business that allowed people to actually exchange money throughout the internet. But it was very difficult, it had a lot of technicalities, so not a lot of people used it until PayPal appeared, 1999. PayPal offered people to pay electronically very easily, and it partnered with eBay, so it gained a lot of popularity. PayPal was bought by eBay in 2002, but independentized in 2015, which was actually very helpful because not only could they now work on their email account, helping people to pay each other through an email account, but they could work on their online payment app, which was revolutionary for the market itself, and it incentivized a lot of competitors to appear, such as Google Pay, Apple Pay, and Samsung Pay. These three apps are very popular, and each caters for different devices. Google Pay catering for Android, Apple for Apple, and Samsung Pay for Samsung devices. They all offer the same service, which is paying, but they use the same technology, which is the near frequency communication system. This technology allows your devices to become like your credit or debit card. You just place your device close to a transmitter and it will do all of the payment for you. But now I want to talk about the most popular app, Venmo. Venmo completely revolutionized how we use online payment apps because not only do we pay each other for a dinner or an Uber ride, but we can also send a message for the payment. And who has here made a funny payment and message for a Venmo payment? Yeah, I know. Also, Venmo partnered with businesses such as Uber, Uber Eats, Abercrombie, Lululemon. These are only a few of the businesses that Venmo has started to partner up with, and it shows how the online payment apps are just growing into the business world. It was really interesting for me to find that in the US, the app that most Americans use to pay is the Starbucks app. That was pretty funny. 23.4 million users are in the Starbucks app, which shows how Americans really like their coffee. But still considering that, and looking at the data, it was still surprising to find that in the US, 90% of people still prefer to use cash, 70% are scared of the app crashing, and 40% are scared that their information is going to be released or leaked. Yet, looking at this information, and regardless of that, the US was still able to place number 6 in the world for the most payments using an application or electronically. And if we look at India, Sweden, South Korea, Denmark, we can see that it goes increasing, but then it booms with China. China, obviously with a huge population, has a database that it's enormous. We can see that WeChat Pay and Alipay are the most popular apps used in China, and they have 1 billion users. Yet, I also want to talk about Sweden, a country that has a very interesting concept, going cashless. Last year, 13% of Swedes, they said that they use cash, and the rest they did not use cash. We can see that in Sweden, this sign is usually seen everywhere, stores, restaurants, even to go to the toilets. You have to pay with your phone, with your debit card, or your credit card. And it just shows how the country is moving towards using online payment apps. But how does the Swedish government do this? Well, they are working on having a strong bank coverage all over the country, and also on training their relatively smaller population to all learn to use the online payment apps. Which leads me to my next point. A big factor in the using of payment apps is age. Obviously, younger generations will be more likely to use these apps because they are more accustomed to using technology than older generations. As we can see here, 18 to 34-year-olds, 48% of those have a mobile wallet, whilst in like the other spectrum, 55 to 64-year-olds, only 29% have a mobile wallet. And this just goes to show how older generations are just not accustomed to using technology. But now, what is up with the future? What is going to happen? Well, we can just see that mobile payment apps have just started growing, and it will continue to grow exponentially. 2019, they have a market value of 6,109 billion, and this will just double itself in 2022, 13,979 billion. And thus, I just want to conclude by saying that everyone should learn how to use Venmo, everyone should learn how to use an online payment app,